Hello, my name is Christine Binger. This is my personal profile for the Building Leadership Program at Fort Hays State University. To start, a little bit about myself, some personal information. I've been married for a little over 2 years. That is a picture of my husband and I on our wedding day at the bottom left there. I grew up in the Kansas City area and then went to school at K-State. It's been a couple years out there after graduating college, and then I moved back here to Kansas City about 3.5 years ago. And I've been here ever since. I like to be close to my friends and family, so that was the purpose of the move. Some things I enjoy doing in my spare time. I love to read. I find it very relaxing. New books, old books, it's all kind of nice. I love cooking and baking. That has really taken off for me. I've always enjoyed it, but the past year, less than a year, I've really thrown myself into it and created an Instagram account and began selling stuff. And so that's been really fun and enjoyable and a great learning experience for me. I also enjoy traveling. I think the baking and cooking filled my travel bug during quarantine and stuff, but that is something that I do normally enjoy doing with a personal goal of just visiting somewhere new every year, whether that's a city or state in the US that I've never visited, or to go overseas somewhere and a whole new culture and experience. Somewhere new every year has always been my goal. A guilty pleasure of mine is watching really bad reality television. This includes Teen Mom, Real Housewives, 90 Day Fiance. I don't know why. I just love it. I just can't get enough of it. It's a really bad habit. Some professional information about myself. I've been teaching this is my 8th year. I have been teaching English for 7 years, which was so much fun, and I really enjoyed what came with that. But I needed a change, so I started teaching facts. And so now I am teaching international foods. We learn about different cultures and customs, and we try different dishes, make them and try them. Fashion, apparel, and interior design, the FADE program. At my school, I teach the introductory course for that. That has been interesting. Sewing has been something that I can do, but I've never followed the rules of sewing, so that's been interesting. And then I also teach exploring medical health, so students who want to be in the medical field one day, whether it's doctors, nurses, physical therapists, sports medicine, if they are interested in that, they come take my class and we kind of get their feet wet with some of the information. And that's a great opportunity as well because a lot of kids are learning that they do love it or that maybe they don't love it. And so it's been fun to kind of help them navigate that discovery process. Over this time, I've been at 3 different schools, and I've been across the spectrum as far as types of school. I've been in the super wealthy, non-diverse school, and I've been in the underserved population, highly diverse school. And I'm currently at a school that falls right in the middle of that. So I've seen the wide array of differences within all of those structures. And so that's been a great learning opportunity. And I've learned a lot from the people and the students in those different schools. So that's been great. Some personal goals for myself in 1 to 5 years, I would like to buy a new house. I live in a fairly small house. I enjoy my neighborhood, but I want to live somewhere that's a little more interactive with their neighbors. Everyone around here kind of keeps themselves, and I just like to get to know people. I also want to travel more. That's always a goal of mine. Like I said, visit somewhere new every year. But with COVID lately, obviously the past year and a half, it's been really hard. I've only been to one place other than where I live. So I want to definitely get back into that. And then in 6 to 10 years, I'm hoping for a little more financial stability. I want to be able to upgrade things and go places and take larger, bigger, more expensive travel opportunities and be able to do a little bit more and not feel like I'm having to cut corners at places. And then beyond 10 years, I'm not quite sure. My husband and I want to travel, like I've been saying. I have a stepson, but kids beyond that is not really a goal of mine. I just want to be happy and do whatever that is. And so I'm open to whatever opportunities are presented to us through that. Some professional goals I have in 1 to 5 years. I want to complete this master's program. I have taken a very slow track to do it. Just because I'm somebody that when I do something, I put my whole self into it. And I didn't want to become overwhelmed or overworked between my job and here and just your normal day to day. So I definitely want to finish this program. And I want to grow in my department. I'm really enjoying being in facts. And I want to be able to see where that can take me, whether it's a department leader position or introducing new courses as they come available. I would love to take on a little bit more ownership in that department. In 6 to 10 years, I would like to become a school leader. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if I want to be an assistant principal, a curriculum developer, somebody who works with teachers more than students, but I definitely want to be open to whatever opportunities continue to develop in education and see where that takes me. I want to become a leader, but still be in the school setting. And beyond 10 years, kind of the same idea. I really want to work to help other teachers. I love students, I love working with students, but I have a lot of training in programs and ideas and teaching methods, and I want to continue building that, and I want to be able to help other teachers. I specifically think of new teachers, new teacher programs, kind of helping them navigate, the world of education would be amazing. I also think being an assistant principal would be cool. It really depends where I'm at and what I'm wanting. I like the idea of going back to the underserved population and really giving what I can there, in the role of an assistant principal or some sort of building leader. I'm also, though, in general, open to lots of opportunities. I like to have goals, but I'm never so set on my goals that if an opportunity has presented itself to me, that I'm not going to take it. And so I want to keep that kind of openness going. Why did I choose Fort Hays State University? It was recommended by some coworkers when I was first thinking of going to grad school. They had given me some idea about what programs they were doing, what their classes were like, and what it came down to is everybody suggested Fort Hays. So that's kind of what I went with. I also wanted the online capability. I was living in Junction City at the time and could have easily gone to K-State to complete my master's, but I didn't want to go to the same school. I didn't want to have to do in-person classes. I kind of wanted a little more flexibility. And then the last piece was the cost. Fort Hays State offered the best price and most understanding price to me, and I liked the pace that I could set for myself with that. My initial expectations of the program, I've never been an A student. I've been a solid C, B student, and I'm happy with that. I don't think that makes me any less of a person, a student, a teacher, or a leader. But I also got nervous because I wanted to be better than that, and do better, and I wanted to continue to have this passion for teaching. I was also worried about the stress and the time commitment, which is part of why I've done it so slow. Like I've said, I don't want to take so much on my plate that I am sacrificing in other places. So I definitely took my time to alleviate some of the stress and concern that I was going to have with that. And I was worried it was going to be boring. I knew what the class titles were, but I didn't exactly know what they encompassed. So it was really fun getting into some of the classes. I especially liked the class about educational law. I feel like I was forced to sit down and look at my school district's laws and the laws in my state, and I really was forced to have a full understanding. That ended up becoming very helpful to me. And I feel that every class has kind of offered something different in that regard that has taught me and helped me be a better, whether it's a better teacher, a better communicator, or a better understander and listener when it comes to talking about laws and rules and, school systems. And I think that's all been really good. That is my personal portfolio. I have really enjoyed this program, and thank you for your time.